There's so many new beauty releases happening all the time, so we gathered some of the most hyped products from May to test for ourselves. Donnie Davy, the head makeup artist of Euphoria, just came out with her own makeup line, Half Magic, and I bought a bunch of products to test out. First up, we have these Chromaddiction matte eye paints. They have a lot of pigment and were really easy to layer and blend. They don't dry down too fast and you can use them as eyeliner, which is what I did. They have this reusable wing guide, which was okay. I feel like it was a little too flimsy, so I didn't get that great of a wing with this. This Glitterpill was so pretty and the applicator made it so easy to use, plus you don't have to use a glitter base, it just dries down and stays put. The Light Trap Glow powders definitely do give you a nice glow and you can use them anywhere on the face, like I put this purple one on my eyes and it looked so cool. Of course, I also had to get these iridescent face gems, which are self-adhering, so you don't need any glue for the first use. You will need glue if you reuse them. These are so easy to apply and add such a cute sparkle. The last product I got was the Magic Brownie Liptrik kit. It has a darker and lighter lip liner so you can customize the lipstick. The lip liner is very smooth and creamy and this lipstick is super comfortable on the lips. This brand as a whole really inspires you to play with your makeup, which I love, and I really liked the products that I tried. I'm excited to see what they come out with next. Danessa Myricks Beauty just released this skin blurring balm powder. I got the universal shade, which is translucent, and I also got the shade 4. So you can use this as a primer, concealer and contour, a foundation, or it can be used to set your foundation. I first tried the universal one as a primer under my go-to foundation. The texture is kind of strange. It blends in easily like a balm would, but it dries down to like a soft matte powder finish. It really does blur a lot of imperfections. My foundation went over this so smoothly and it did make it slightly more matte than it usually looks, but I didn't mind. Then I tried the tinted shade just as a foundation. It did take me a while to blend out, but once I did, I really liked the finish. This is actually more full coverage than I was expecting. I feel like it covered a lot. I did end up wearing this for the entire day, and I noticed that I was much less oily at the end of the day than usual. It does have a bit of a learning curve, but once you figure out how to make this work for your skin, it's a really cool product. I don't know why it's taken me this long to try the About Face Matte Fluid Eye Paints, but I'm finally doing it. These are liquid eye colors that come in full coverage mattes or sheer shades. Don't be scared by that orange swatch, that one is a sheer shade. The pigment in these is incredible. They're super easy to apply and to blend out. You can build up the color if you want and it still feels lightweight. Plus, I'm in love with this packaging. These are amazing and I need more colors. The Espressoh Glassy Blush is one of those pH reactive products. It goes from clear to a pink tint on the skin. I first tried it over my foundation and it started to break down the product I already had on. It was pilling so much, so we were off to a bad start. I tried it out on my bare skin and it worked a lot better. It's cute and a fun idea, but I'm not blown away by this. I would rather just get a blush that works on skin and over makeup. This is the Bdellium Large Rounded Double Dome Blender, and it looks like a little mouth. It's basically like 2 brushes in one. It's supposed to blend in product really fast and give you an airbrushed finish. You can use it with any liquid, cream, or powder products, so I decided I would do a full face with just this brush. I was immediately blown away by how quickly and seamlessly this blended in the product. Plus, this was like the softest brush I've ever felt. You're supposed to do these back and forth motions, and I thought it would look so streaky, but it just looked really smooth and well blended. Because of the size, it is a little difficult to use for the more precise products like concealer, but they do sell smaller sizes of this brush. I loved it. This is the Say Hydra Beam Brightening and Hydrating Under Eye Concealer. It has a radiant finish, which had me a little worried. I don't really think radiant when I'm picking out a concealer. The coverage is light, a little too light for my taste. I'm a medium to full coverage girl when it comes to concealer, but the finish is pretty and skin-like. It also looked good when I set it with powder. But I absolutely hate the applicator on this. In my opinion, it's too short, it is so stiff, and it doesn't do a great job of picking up and spreading the product around. Other than that, this is a very nice everyday concealer. These are the Tarte Maracuja Juicy Lip Plumps, and they're supposed to give you a tingle-free plumping. They actually are so juicy. Look at how shiny that is. My first reaction to these was that they are incredibly fragile. Like, you want to be careful with how much pressure you're using because it will break, so I didn't love that. But these feel so good on the lips. Like, I could not stop rubbing them together. It's so comfortable and hydrating. The plumping was actually tingle-free for me. It just felt minty, like I rubbed toothpaste on my lips. The plumping effect is subtle, but I still really liked these.